Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to go over Radian, afterburner, and ramjet. Pretty much is a barrel and a compensator, and this is a screw that attaches a compensator to the barrel. The way the attachment is designed, it makes it legal in all 50 states. And all you need to put the compensator right here, put the screw here, and 15 pounds of torque, and you are good. You don't need to have a blue Loctite for the screw. I never had any issue about the compensator getting loose or coming off the barrel. It's around $350 to $400, depends where you buying it from, and adds about 0.25 to the length of the barrel. They're saying that reduce about 40% of the recoil. I don't know about 40%, but I can tell you that it's very, very noticeable. When I shot this one is for Glock 19 Gen 5. When I shot my 19 without the ramjet, then I put the ramjet and shot it with the ramjet. It is very noticeable. And I also had opportunity to shoot the P365 with the ramjet. It was XL and also X macro, and it was even more noticeable on those guns. Recently added 43X. I haven't shot the 43X with the ramjet, but I'm assuming it's the same as P365. It looks really good on your gun when you put this thing. It's well designed, sits very nice on your gun. It doesn't look weird. It's like some of the other compensator that you see in the market. It looks really nice on your slide, and it works. Couple things when you want to clean your gun, sometimes because the carbon belt right there, it gets stuck. What I do, I have these rubber hammers, right? Again, I'm not hammering this thing that hard, just a few taps on each side of the compensator, and I have a towel. I use a towel. The reason for that is the edges here is very sharp. You gotta be careful. And I grab this with the towel, I twist it, turn it, and pull it out. And it comes out. Then you clean it, you put it back on. Now, how often we clean Glocks? Me personally, not that often, right? But on assembling the slide, you might gonna have a little bit issue if you try to clean this thing after 500 rounds or 700 rounds. The reason I took it off my Glock 19 because I used to go to shooting competition with the Glock 19, and it was putting me in a different division instead of carry optics, and I was going against very performance guns, right? And that was not the fair thing, in my opinion. I took it off. But if this thing is gonna stay on your training gun or your concealed carry gun, this is a great upgrade that you can have on your pistol. And comes with the nice packaging. They have all the information in there. They have other products. For example, they have their own recoil spring system that is saying that works really good with this ramjet. I use the OEM stock recoil spring, never had any issue. I also use their recoil spring, never had any issue. It's not a picky compensator when using different ammo. I shot pretty much any type of 9mm you can imagine, cheap one, good quality, 115, 147, and no issue. And I do believe when you shoot hotter ammo, this thing works even better. And I also shot in a low light environment, zero issue, with no weapon light deploying, and also with the weapon light, no problem with that. Close quarter shooting, I tried it as well. I didn't have any problem, to be honest with you. And because there were always idea, oh, if you have the gun in close quarter shooting, you might gonna, because the compensator gas, everything's coming up I didn't have any issue. Same thing with the low light shooting. They say that, oh, you might gonna blind yourself. I don't know what type of ammo they're shooting, but with the 9mm, you're not doing that to yourself, right? You're fine. If you're looking for making a solid upgrade on your pistol, and again, money is not an issue, you don't mind to add a little bit length to your gun, this is a great thing. Oh, about the holster, before I forget, I had to change my holsters. All right, what I did, I just went to Glock 17 holster. I had Streamlight HLX on my Glock 19, and what I had to do, I went to Glock 17 with Streamlight HLX holsters, and at that point, it no problem fitting the gun, solid retention on the Kydex, no issue. I don't recommend to holster this on a Glock 19 holster because the compensator part of it is going to stick out. And if you have a closed-in holster, it's not going to fit anyway at that point. You also need to just keep it in mind, you also need to make changes in your holsters or buy new holsters when you put this ramjet. It's not just buying the ramjet, you also need to get new holsters. When you put this thing on, if you have a pistol if you have a red dot optic on your pistol, I recommend to confirm your zero again. Make sure it's there. It could change, but make sure it's there. Great upgrade in your weapon system. It's really fun to shoot, and I also tell people this: don't think like when you put this thing on your, let's say on your Glock, it's gonna make you a better shooter. No. You make the gun shoot accurately. This compensator doesn't make the gun shoot accurately, right? You need to have a solid hard skills and have a good understanding of the fundamentals of the shooting. At that point, when you put something like this on your gun, you can even perform better. I always tell people this: it's like eating unhealthy foods, right? Or junk food. Then at the side, you're taking supplements. You can't call yourself a healthy person. You can't say, oh, I'm going to be very healthy. No, you have to eat healthy, be in a solid diet. Then when you take those supplements going to help you even better, right? It's the same concept here, right? You need to have a good hard skills, good understanding of the fundamentals of the shooting. Then when you put this ramjet on your gun, you can enjoy it, right? And you can run the gun much faster. Hopefully this video was helpful, and I see you guys around for more training.